Yeah, now we're talking. Let's do this.
You are the Apex Champions.
Hi, I'm Flange, and these are my top 20 player tips for Apex Legends. That's not an easy thing to say for a man of any age, and I'm the oldest tipster in town, so it's doubly difficult for me. But hey, that's enough of that. Let's get cracking. Tip number 1, it's all about special abilities. Since any character can use all of the same weapons and collectibles as any other, since they can all run, jump, climb, slide and crouch the same, the only real difference between them are their special abilities. The two largest characters, Gibraltar and Caustic, can both soak up 10% more damage than the other characters, but since they're both 10% easier to hit, there's no real advantage or disadvantage to playing either. Okay, let's have a look at some of these specials then, starting with the passive abilities. And first up, here's Mirage. This character's passive ability is called Encore, and like all passive abilities, it's permanently available. It doesn't have to build up before you can use it, and you don't even have to press any buttons to activate it. So here I am exploring as Mirage, rather foolishly as it turns out, armed only with a manky Mozambique shotgun, and oh, here we go, bad guys, and boom, I'm down. The enemy firing my hologram there, they're giving away their positions, enabling my teammates to target them. The chaos that erupts each time Mirage is reduced to a crawl usually provides enough time to find cover, ping enemy locations and call for help. Tidy. Next up, let's have a look at Caustic's passive ability. It's called Nox Vision, and it's a bit different this one, as the character's passive ability is of use only after you've used his tactical ability, which in this case is the Nox Gas Trap. After setting Nox traps, Caustic is alerted to enemies who are being affected by the gas in 3 ways. There is a hissing sound when the trap is triggered, Caustic's cursor flashes with 4 X-shaped lines, which I'll show you here, and if you're within line of sight of enemies, they're revealed inside the gas cloud. As you could just about see there before I stepped out and spoiled this poor fella's fun. Hey, you've gotta love a supply ship finisher, right? Okay, next up, here are some examples of tactical abilities, starting with Pathfinder's Grappling Hook. This special ability has obvious advantages, as it allows you to gain height over your enemies quickly, reach loot without having to climb for miles, and get out of harm's way if the enemy are locked onto your sorry metal butt. Octane was the first new character to be added after the game's launch, and his tactical ability enables him to run like the clappers. No, honestly, he can really shift, but only at the expense of burning up precious energy. It's handy in a pinch, especially since Octane's passive ability gradually restores any lost health and can be amazingly effective if used sparingly. It's a tricky balance though. I tend to go a bit Rambo in playing Octane and end up running out of energy, getting blatted by a single light ammo round. As far as the ultimate skills are concerned, these are the most valuable of all, especially during the tense stages nearing the end of a game. Here are a few examples, starting with Lifeline's Care Package. It's best to find a safe spot to call this in, but the contents of a well-timed care package can definitely be worth the risk. It's an obvious and noisy target though, and any nearby teams are highly likely to slip their greedy gym shoes on. So you'll need to guard the care package's landing zone with care in case you have to defend your loot from rivals.
Shield here. Level 3.
Oh, and do remember to ping any half-decent gear you're unable to pick up or equip. Letting your teammates know if you've left anything behind that's worth risking exposure to collect is more than just a courtesy, you know. Gibraltar's ultimate ability calls down a massive aerial bombardment, but, and here's the kicker, each character's tactical and ultimate abilities become available only once you've built up your specials meter. You can see the specials icon at the bottom of the screen right there. You really need to keep an eye on this meter as it builds up over time and is the only indication you have of when you can use your tactical and ultimate abilities. Your specials meter gets filled up faster by running, jumping, sliding, shooting and generally getting stuck into the game. So learn to recognise when your abilities are ready to use and you won't get caught out by hoping to rely on an ability that isn't available to you at the critical moment. Okay, so hey, that's it for tip number 1. Pick a character, discover what their specials can do and work out when the best time to use them is. Sounds obvious, yep, okay, but since the special abilities are the only real differentiator when it comes to gameplay, well, working out which character's special abilities suit your game style most closely will definitely make the biggest difference to your chances of success.
You can check out the rest of Arthur's top 20 Apex Legends playing tips on YouTube, or get all of the info on each legend and learn exactly what each of their specials are capable of in his series of Apex Legends character guides. And if it sounds like I'm reading this out in the bathroom, it's because I am. Happy now?
No, you've not mentioned the website.
Okay, find out more at arthurflange.com.